you don't. You know, come here. Have a seat. Have a seat. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to the Golden Ratio, where we're figuring it out one ratio at a time. So, first and foremost, thank you for coming back. And if you're new, welcome. And also, thank you for all the love and support. Always. I'm going to always mention that. So, let's hop right into it. Um, some of you all may remember my last video when I said this. Talk about Roth IRAs, 401ks, credit cards, how I bought a house at 25. But then it hit me. I can't talk to you all about those things if you all don't know how to budget. But then it hit me again. I can't talk to you about that if you all don't know the difference between a need and a want. No! We're gonna go back to elementary, okay? We're gonna break it down with a who, what, when, where, why, and how. And we're gonna understand the difference between a need and a want, because once you establish that, you'll be able to budget a whole lot easier. And budgeting would just feel easier. It won't feel like a punishment. If you ever said, I need that, and your bank account just totally disagrees with you and looks at you like, boy, if you don't get... Well, this video is for you. So, who needs to know the difference between a need and a want? You, me, him, everybody. Especially if you're trying to budget and save, this is the pinnacle of not feeling guilty about where your money went after you spent it. What is a need versus a want? So, a need is something that is essential to your day-to-day living, your day-to-day life. So clothes and shoes and shelter, food. Some of y'all aren't gonna like what I'm about to say, but Starbucks is not a need. You need to leave. It's all love here. We're trying to be financially savvy all together, and it's just all love. Now, what is a want? A want is something that we can wait for, something we can live without. Can we wait 30 days for it? Do we need it? Will our life get worse if we don't get that right now? If it's typically, no, I can live without it, then it's a want. They're not necessarily essential. They're just things that satisfy us and satisfy our brain and satisfy our spending habits, you know? Now, I'm not saying that you can never treat yourself, you know? I'm just saying you have to do it in season, not in bulk. You know, don't get the newest shoes every single week. Maybe every 2 weeks, maybe once a month if you're really mentally down for this challenge. You know, you just have to cope with yourself and not with your brain. You know, you have to cope with yourself. When do you need to know the difference between a need and a want? Before you spend money, before you get out your car to walk into the mall, before you say yes to that subscription again, before you say, oh, it's just one time. These are the best ways that you can analyze if you're making an impulsive buy or a logical buy. You have to understand these things before you walk into the place that's going to suck your bank account dry. You got to know, okay, I just came in here to get me some chips. I just came in here to get me these pair of shoes that I need. I just came in here to get one thing. I know we're all guilty of that. We go for one thing, we leave out with a basket. I'm guilty of that. And I'm like, oh, I can get this for later. No. Now, sometimes it'll come to where, you know, you actually do have the savings to where you can get those extra things, as long as they're not just berserk. You know, you may have went to the grocery store to get some milk, but now you're like, oh man, I need to go get some cheese too, and I need to go get some sour cream. Okay, that's cool. But going to the grocery store, getting some milk, and then leaving out the grocery store with everything else but the milk and stuff that you could have waited for is a whole nother story. Next is where. Where does this show up in real life? At Target, at Walmart, at Amazon. Every day you have to make a decision. Decision making is a part of our lives, and you are the executive when it comes to making decisions in your life. You have to ask yourself, do I need this right now? Do I want to get this right now? You go that when you're driving. Do I want gas or do I need gas? Do I want food or do I need food? Do I want to go to the store or do I need to go to the store? You make these decisions every day. And once you can start understanding the staple of these decisions, being the needs and the wants, life and budgeting and saving gets a lot easier, financially speaking, and possibly emotionally speaking. Because if you have money, I'm pretty sure you're going to be happier. We all live in America, some of us. And if you do, like I do, I think I would be a lot happier too if I have money in America. Why does this matter? Why do I need to know the difference between a need and a want? Because it affects your life more and more than you actually know that it affects your life. You have to understand that if I know that I'm going here for this one thing, and if I know that I just need this and this only, your money won't go everywhere else that it's not supposed to go. It won't leak. Because when you go somewhere, think of it like a pipe. When you go somewhere, you're supposed to enter that pipe. You come in one way and you come out the other way. But if you start making yourself have side quests, there's a leak in that pipe. So now you can never come out the other side because you're going and leaking in other places. So you have to understand you're not learning this just for kicks and giggles. You're learning this so you can build yourself up to being better than you were yesterday. And now we get to the how, and this is how you actually apply it without overthinking. So if you didn't take notes, it's okay, I got you. Because I handmade a template, which is a cheat sheet of knowing the difference between a need and a want. I'm gonna have the link in my bio. It's completely free. And anytime you find yourself at the grocery store, at the mall or anything, you can print it out and you can look at it. Ask yourself those questions. Understand, is there something I'm missing? Formulate and familiarize yourself with this. Understand it to where you don't have to now look at it that much. It's just embedded in here. Because once you know the difference between a need and a want, life gets easier. Budgeting gets easier. Saving gets easier. It starts to feel intentional and not emotional. Not I have to save so I can have money to rely on. It's now, I can actually put this money here and feel comfortable and feel relieved, knowing that not only do I have money here, but I also have some money for myself too, because I didn't impulsive buy. I didn't impulsively spend on something that I could have waited for. I understand the difference between a need and a want. The next video is where it actually gets fun, but this is the foundation and you have to master it because money hits different when it's actually there.
Oh no, she didn't! oh no, this heifer didn't!
Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for sharing, liking, and subscribing. And please feel free to ask questions, to reach out to me. I am here for you. I want to learn things from you. If you have a method that works best for you as well, leave it in the comments. We're all here to learn. I'm not an expert. I'm just doing it, and you're just doing it with me one ratio at a time.